I'm guessing 9/3/2020. Shelf life is 6 months. Now, I know a lot of breweries are making this, and it's almost like home brewing. There's gonna be something a little different in every single one, in my opinion. That's why I'm not sure why, and I kind of understand, but I'm not sure why more breweries don't put out like recipes for the beers they make, because unless you have their house yeast or something like that, you're not going to be able to make it. Everybody's batch is going to be a little different, and that's the same with all these breweries that are doing this. They're all going to be a little different. Are they going to be the same? My guess is yes, but maybe the body's a little thinner, or the body's a little heavier. Maybe the ABV is a little higher. Maybe it's a little lower. Maybe the hops are a little different in coming through. So we're going to go ahead and open this and see what we get. Jessica picked this up for me, so I'm not sure how much this was. Go ahead and pour it in here. I think we can get the whole thing. There we go. So, Imperial Oatmeal Stout, Imperial, just like double IPAs, something like that. Usually I go 7.5 and above. I would probably go up to like an 8.5 for a stout, just because you could have the same roastiness in there and just use like Marisada, a little bit more Marisada to bump that up. Oatmeal, we could be talking a little thicker. I have seen where oatmeal really doesn't add too much to the body. But in some cases in home brewing, if you use oatmeal, you're going to get a higher ABV because it's going to suck more water. It's going to take in more water. So you're going to have less, let's say, wort. So you're going to have a higher ABV. Mocha colored head on there. It is dissipating. Quarter finger of head. I don't even want to say that because I do have spots in the beer where they're gone. Just around the side. So let's say an eighth of a finger of head. Color. I don't. Definitely down here in the teardrop in this, it's lighter. It's like a dark amber. I don't know if it's just the condensation on here, but it looks like it's dark brown, not black. I'll go black. I think it's the light. You know, the light bouncing this way, then the light bouncing that way towards me. Kind of throws it off. Down here, it definitely looks black. So, we'll go with black. Let's go ahead and smell. A little chocolate, like darker roasted chocolate, roasted malt in there. A little sweetness is coming off. Yeah, not too bitter. Yeah, like a medium roast or medium roasted, like a medium chocolate, like sweetness is coming off. Then you get some roasted malt in there. I think the chocolate sticks out more than anything in this. I mean, I'm definitely getting the roasted malts, but that first smell, what I get at first is that medium chocolate in there, like probably a 50% chocolate. That's about it. That roasted malt, and that's it. Let's go ahead and taste. Now, this was, I don't even know where I saw it. Maybe it was on Untapped. This was only for the Bell's Cafe and the general store. They didn't send this to stores. Very smooth. That's the first thing I pick up. I do get a little chocolate, roasted malt. You could say a touch of coffee, but I think that's coming from the roasted malts they're using. A harsher, almost burnt roasted malt in the back. And then it goes down and there's some bitterness. Like it was a bitter grain that they used. I can't remember. I'm trying to think. But there's like bitter dark grains, and I'm not sure the exact name for them. I can't remember. But it doesn't seem like it's from hops. It's from the malt. Nice, smooth. Heavier side. I wouldn't say heavy, but if from medium to heavy, it's almost at heavy. I wish that bitterness was toned down just a little bit. I think that would help that roasted malt and that chocolate. I actually thought this was going to be more chocolatey with some roasted malt. I think that roasted malt's going to come in over that chocolate. It's going to dominate that chocolate, but I am at least getting that chocolate in the smell first before I am the roasted malt. So I was thinking this would, I wouldn't say full dessert, but it was going to have more of a dessert taste to it. But yeah, nice, smooth. You get some chocolate, maybe a little bit of coffee, roasted malt in there, some bitterness. It does seem like my palate's warming up to that bitterness, but it's still in the aftertaste. As I'm talking, it feels like that bitterness is going up some. For this one, I would have to go with a 4.25 out of 5 on this one. It is good, but again, I would like to see that bitterness dropped a little bit in here. I think it's a little too bitter for an Imperial Oatmeal Stout. I would rather have the bitterness in like the IPA side than in my stouts. But yeah, overall 4.25 out of 5. Let's check Untapped on this one. 68 people have had it, average 4.09. So in here, medium body, I think this is a little higher than medium body. Definitely. Warming, balanced notes of chocolate, coffee, burnt sugar. I don't think I get the burnt sugar. There is some sweetness, but I was taking that as that was leftover sugar. That attenuation wasn't taken all the way, and that was leftover sugar. Burnt sugar, I guess, if you wanted to say sugary. I guess that would be up to you. Like I said before, I thought this was going to be more to the dessert side, which would be sweeter. And I don't know if I really get that. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, it does taste kind of sweet. Okay, I'll give it sugary. Sweetness. I'll give it sweetness in there. But it's almost like that bitterness cancels out that sweetness, at least in this. I'll have to see if there's any more reviews. And again, this is the first one I've had, and I have not watched anybody's because I wanted to try and get one and taste it before I watch some other ones. So, okay, I'll give it burnt sugar. I think they should have added roasted malt to this because that's a big part that I get. Solid stout. Okay, this person's saying dark chocolate really comes through. Dark chocolate, I would say, is more bitter, but I think it's from the malts, not the chocolate. And that is it. So yeah, 4.25 out of 5. If you can get it, pick it up. I don't know how much they had, but I will try and find some more other breweries take on this and see if I can pick them up. So if you like this review, chuck some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.